Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of All Campaign 13, Week 10, final week, Day 3. So today, of course, we got ourselves the Easter pets, which we'll probably start with that immediately. We got the little possum, I want to say. Isn't that one Australian thing? I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called a possum. It has a special name, of which I do not remember. And I'm pretty sure it's not a bilb. But, yeah, we got this little Easter guy. Cute little guy. Don't know what he's actually called, but yeah, he does exist. Definitely make sure to pick up a copy. He's cosmetic, obviously. But we have no clue when he's going to come back again, as he is the 2013, or 2023, I mean, Easter pet. So let's go get him. We're still using this rescue team? Sure. Might as well. Still using Phoenicia build for this. We'll keep it for now before we go all in on the penguin everywhere. Is it actually called a bilby? Interesting. Is that an Australian thing? Because I've never seen that thing before. Well, I've somewhat seen it, but I've never heard of it before. It slightly resembles something I think I've seen before. But anyways, hello everyone. Hello Bill. Hello Ricardo. Hello Clip Bomb. Hello Isabel. Hello Joyful Dragonfly. Hello Ricardo. Hello Supernova. Hello Emernator. Hello Trilogy. Hello Draco. Hello Cookie. Hello Insane Gamer. Hello Tyrion. Hello Trilogy. Hello Renas. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, let's go get this pet real quick. This is the main thing we have going on today. And then clear out all the other stuff we have going on throughout the week. Of course, we have the weekly of the World event that I still want to chip down, help out the guild. Aside from that, we're mostly going to be opening vault keys again. Still trying to chip down that stack to 0 for the first time in several years. Before we hit next vault event, which is 2 weekends from now. Or actually, 2 weeks from now, not 2 weekends. It's the 21st, so not this weekend, but 2 weekends after this weekend. So like 2 weeks and 2 days from now, basically. We have the next vault event, which is kind of around the corner. Which means on average, we'd have to open about 20 vault keys per day, which I think we've been doing lately. I think we've been doing way more than that. Yeah, we'd have to open like 20, 30 per day or whatever we're currently at. I actually forget our exact number off the top of my head. That's around like 30-ish per day, give or take a little. Have maxed the pet? I don't know, maybe we should have a vote for it. Should we max it or not? Max or not to max? I'll put it up for a poll real quick. Max or no max? Let's see, engage with your audience, start a poll. Let's see. Should we max the 2023 Easter pet? Yes, no. Should we max the 2023 Easter pet? Okay, I think I typed that right. We'll find out in a second. Hopefully I didn't type that wrong. Yeah, if it goes yes, we might as well. We have enough major orbs. They're just kind of sitting there doing nothing anyways. And of course, they're mostly for cosmetic pets anyways. I really wish they would add some kind of visual for max pet, particularly if it's a cosmetic max pet. Like, you don't get anything extra for maxing them. Like, you don't get any kind of glow or background effect or outline color or like anything. A maxed up cosmetic pet looks the exact same as a non-max cosmetic pet. Which, if anything, feels like it should have a special effect. It's definitely the cosmetic ones, but honestly, all of them could kind of have something going on if they're like fully maxed. It's a feature I've kind of always wanted, and would be kind of easy for them to implement. They just never really have. There's not much of a reason for them to, but, you know. Always nice to have more cool visual thingies. That is a high amount of yes. Is everyone actually maxing it? I guess it is a bit more standard now to max all the pets, because I have to keep in mind, too, this is only the second or third holiday pet. Third. Since we've had orbs, and by orbs I mean the pet orbs. So this is the third, I believe, cosmetic pet since pet orbs were added to the game. So we actually haven't had that many to max, surprisingly, as far as newer ones, specifically with pet orbs. It's a relatively new phenomena. Well, with how the poll's currently at, I guess we're just upgrading it immediately. The poll seems exceedingly in favor of maxing this guy, so... do we actually need it for Wild Plains upgrade? Not Wild Plains, I mean, Pan's Vale or whatever it was. I don't think it actually needs a max pet. Oh, it might at some point. Anyways, let's go max this guy. Let's go to troops, go to pets, go to upgradable. Yeah, it should be one of the only things here. Oh, I didn't max the Raven yet. Let me go do that. Oh, gosh, I will eventually misclick those orbs. It will happen. There will be a day when we misclick on the orb. Though I am about to click on one, but it's deliberate, not accidental. So that one is now maxed, and can you bring me to the other guy? Go to upgradable, boom. Alright, and this time we actually mean to go use it. Oops, wrong menu. And this time we actually want to go use the major orb of minions. And this will immediately max it all the way. And they're best used on cosmetic pets. And of course, this is a cosmetic pet, mostly because cosmetic pets are really annoying to max into the future. So if you ever have the chance to max them out, worth potentially doing so. And we are still only missing one pet, by the way. It's the money-locked, the $5 plus money-locked Infernus pet. I still, to this day, have not gotten a single copy of this thing. The guild has probably gotten it like 3 to 5 times. Oh, it's Divinian Fields? My bad. I didn't notice which one it was from. But, yeah, I still have not gotten Infernus Imp. It is in drop table. I just haven't gotten lucky enough to get it or beyond at the same time that my guild has gotten it. I don't think we've gotten it that many times as a guild, though. But it is indeed in drop table. Our guild has been a little unlucky with it. But we will eventually have it. That's the only pet we're missing. It's kind of funny because the pet says we actually have everything. But it's because it's overcounting it by 1, because we have the Android exclusive pet and the Steam one. And because we're only on Steam, it doesn't put into consideration the Android pet. So even though it says we have all pets, we're actually missing 1 still. Oh, 2 redeem codes. Oh, that was probably from someone's stream earlier. Oh yeah, I wasn't able to stop by, what's his name stream earlier today. I kind of wanted to, but, cynical. But I actually accidentally slept in today. My sleep schedule has been so weird the last few days. It has been all over the place. Wait, I'm trying to find, my interface here. I need to go update the ingot number. There we go. It has been updated. Okay, so, where were we? Oh, so it was for Divinian Fields. Does a Divinian Fields actually benefit from having another pet? I guess technically. It wants to have 3 max pets. Well, they still haven't fixed the visual with Spike from, Australia Day back in January? Was this January or February? I don't remember. But yeah, that's still broken. Is it broken for anyone else as well? But yeah, that's been broken for a while. But yeah, we need 3 max pets from this kingdom. We now have 4. We have the one from the pandemic. We have the one from... Actually, what does it say it's from? Rescued this pet during the event 2020. It's just called 2020. They didn't give it a name. Just 2020. You know what happened in 2020. But yeah, that was the pandemic pet. Then we had this one for... It doesn't actually say what it's from. But this one is from Easter 2023. This one's just a standard pet. This one is from Christmas 2021. This is just a Divinian Fields pet. This is also just a pet for Divinian Fields. Wait, what's this one then? Oh, it's Wild Court. And this guy was Australia Day this year. So we actually got 2 for this kingdom this year. The Bilb for Easter and the Spike for Australia Day. Anyways. Alright, in other news, let's see. Also, why are they putting all the Australian-based pets in that kingdom? When did Divinian Fields become the dumping ground for every Australian-looking pet? Oh wow, we have a really good one today. I didn't even notice this earlier. Ooh, look at that. 9 red deeds and 2 Imperials. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, not really the color we need, but we'll still take it. And of course, we're still slowly trying to get this hero class max, so let's use Rowain build for these next several fights. 2020 was an event, I know, right? Like, you say 2020, people know. Like, you don't need to explain what 2020 was. It's like one of those things like 9/11. Like, you don't need to explain what it is. Like, it's pretty well understood what it is. What do we need? Oh, this should be Black Manticore or something. I think the only reason I have it as that is we needed it for the weekly objective. And I never switched it. Yeah, we still haven't maxed the class. We're leveling it as slowly as you physically can. We're gaining like 20 to 30 XP on it per day, and we still need like another 1,000. Or maybe a little less than 1,000. We need like 700 to 800 more, and we're doing like 30 per day. It's gonna take like another month at current rate to max it. However, it will cost us basically 0 time to max it this way. Because we're doing it through things we're already gonna do anyways. Oh gosh, I forgot. You have this actually has the high spell reduction of any troop in the game. It is 75% reduction. Despite it having 75% reduction, it's actually not considered the best spell tank in the game. The main reason for this is Tina 9000 effectively tanks physical damage, or physical spell damage, better than this thing does. Even though it only has 50% spell reduction instead of 75%, Tina 9000 has the benefit of gaining a ridiculous amount of armor, whereas that gains no HP or armor per cast, making it actually slightly worse at tanking physical spell damage. Not by much, but they're both pretty bulky for it. But Tina 9000 is an overall better troop because of that. Also, wow, you do not do that much damage all of a sudden. Oh, you know why? We're on a mythic battle. That's not something we normally have every single day, and this team actually isn't naturally as good against it. It doesn't help that we're not using Black Manacle either. Kind of using a pretty useless weapon right now. No, he hit the Tina! Well, you can give it a little bit of armor and kind of repair it that way. That could be enough to fully repair it, but as long as we could like double cast here, we should be fine. I'm actually gonna go for no, I'm gonna go for Explosion. I was gonna say I'm gonna go for the other convert. Just not worth it here. However, here it is, because if we get the kill here, we can then concentrate the damage, kill out everything, and then he gets to revive on the dragon. That's so unfortunate. At this point, we just Rowan and one-shot it. Seemingly. We don't have a cascade there, so we'll do that. Oh, don't you dare get your 25% revive. Okay, good. Could you imagine? That would have been a triple or double revive at that point. Double revive and a transform. Alright, let me go switch to Black Manacle so this is fully back to a normal team. Just in case we have shenanigans like that happening again. Because it definitely could. But there we go. You did it passively to Guild War back. Well, I've only been doing it for the daily adventure board. I haven't really been using it passively anywhere else. Like, I haven't been running it for Vault Keys. I haven't been running it for any other event. Pretty much just a daily adventure board's the only XP we've been getting from it. So it's been a little slower. Hello, Stowed. Welcome, welcome. And we'll grab our little 10 handful of gems. Not a lot, but they add up. 10 gems at a time. It's still effectively like almost 1,000 gems per hour. In a sense. I always find the dailies like that kind of funny. It's one of the reasons why they're kind of so overpowered. Compared to like other gem farming methods. Because obviously that's over a long period of time. But if you accumulate all like the 30 seconds, or even let's say it takes a minute. I'm pretty sure it takes less than a minute. But let's say it takes a minute. That is technically 600 gems per hour doing this objective. It's actually even quicker than that. It's closer to over 1,000. It's closer to like 10 seconds per thing. Maybe 15. Let's say 15. But yeah, that would end up being, what was that? 40 times 60, 2,400? Wait, did I do the math right? Whatever it is. But anyways, it's a lot of gems per hour. No, wait, I did the math wrong there, but it's like 1,000-ish, which is basically the first number I said. But if you think about it like that, some of these are like absurdly high value. Even the ones that seem like they give almost nothing on the adventure board. It's because relative to the time that it takes to do it, and if you accumulate all that over the course of an hour, like if you were capable of doing it over that many times, it's basically effectively that many gems. It's just you can only do it once, so it doesn't feel like you're getting that many. But relative to time to complete it, is basically giving you that many. Oh, so we got the corner square again. That's weird. I haven't been seeing that too often. But the last few days, we've just been getting it like crazy. Little corner gem over there. And of course, I'm going to use Zolgoth for this. I was going to say use the dragon, but no. Back to Zolgoth. Also, I had an annoying fly stuck in my room today. And I can't find it anymore. Though I know for sure it has not left this room. I can sense its presence. But it's been annoying me all day. I'm not sure how it got in here. But it has been here literally all day. And will not leave my room. It was very annoying when I was eating too. Just kept trying to get near the food. Luckily it hasn't really tried buzzing in my ear or anything yet. Because that'd be very annoying. It hasn't died yet. I highly doubt it. They tend to live quite a while. Plus, he just ate. He was stealing some of my food. Like, after I finished dinner, he was, like, sucking the juices out of whatever was left. So he's definitely not hungry anymore. Did we get the level milestone? Which level milestone? We 1810? I guess that's some other level milestone. Our goal for the end of the year is to get level 1,869. At least it's not a Black Widow. There are Black Widows near my area. I have not seen one in, like, over a decade. The last time I've seen a Black Widow in this area, even though they are in this area, but the last time I've seen one, I'm not sure if they did like a mass extermination of them or something, but I have not seen them for about 15 years. I want to say it was like 9 or 10 the last time I've seen them, which means like 18-ish years is the last time I've seen a Black Widow in this area. So I'm not sure if the county or area or whatever city, state, this was like, okay, let's exterminate like every Black Widow in existence. But I feel like they did at some point because I have not seen any in over a decade. Like a solid almost 2 decades. Definitely at least 1 decade. I've not seen a single one. Like I've seen other spider breeds, obviously spiders still exist. But I'm not sure what happened with all the Black Widows. They are like, they do exist in my area. But seemingly not so much these days. Or at least not in my exact area, if nothing else. Anyways. Alright, so, that were all the spiders killed out each other. Because honestly, I haven't even been seeing that many spiders lately. Like, I still do occasionally. But, you know, they're the non-threatening kinds. I mostly just eat the fly that's being annoying in this room. One of the few instances I actually do need a spider. You need to go eat the fly that's in this room. Then I need it to leave this room forever. I just needed to go catch the fly and then be on its way. Anyways, we did that. Is there anything else we haven't finished? Oh yeah, world event. Let me go touch the world event. How are we doing as a guild? Also, did we ever recruit the last slot yet? We did not. If anyone's still interested in joining the guild, we have 1 spot left. So let us know. Either Isabel, myself, mostly Isabel. I think Azala is also recruiting for the guild. Spider for hire. Spider for hire. With a bounty on 1 singular fly. The reward is we don't kill you after. Anyways, okay, we're still using Flail Team, that's fine. I'll switch into, this. Actually, I could probably get the upgraded token. Probably get it right now. Actually, I will auto-upgrade if I take this. If I click claim, it'll auto-upgrade my metal. The problem with this is I now need to go set magic. Because it's not going to auto-equip another Nisha. There we go. You need that old lady who swallowed a spider. I don't know, one thing I always have a fear of is like a spider crawling up your ear and then like living in there. That would be like the most horrible thing ever. It is something that can happen, but it's like absurdly unlikely. Well, out of like every creepy thing a spider can do, that's like the top tier #1 thing. You're just randomly sleeping and then a spider makes like its nest in your ear. Like that is like the worst possible thing imaginable that a spider can ever comprehensibly do. And it has happened to people before, but the likelihood of that happening is like near impossible. But it could. Let's see. Take that one over. What's my go-to pet rescue team? It should be Diamantina. However, I've still just been doing Magnesia, which is just Phoenicia, Magma Dragon, Leprechaun, and Hero just existing. But realistically, it should be Diamantina if you have Diamantina. I just haven't bothered shifting them all over yet. It's specifically double cast Diamantina, something I don't have access to yet. But double cast Diamantina is the meta for pet battles. Which is why I haven't bothered shifting them all out, because I'm just going to have to shift them again because I don't have the second Tina yet. We will in a couple days. Next week we'll have it. I think we're like 300 Dragonite short, so like 5 days from now or so. But once we do, it's going to be the team we start running for pet battles. I'm going to start slowly replacing out every single one for double Diamantina. The exact team is the 50% Mana Start Dragon, followed by double Tina, and then ending it with Leprechaun. If you don't have her, yeah, then doing Phoenicia plus Lava Dragon's still pretty good. Or Magma Dragon, whatever it's called. Double Zolgoth. The problem with double Zolgoth in those battles is he'd be very slow in the first several battles. He'd be very quick on the later fights. But he'd be very slow in the first 4. Because they all die very easily. Even the first 6 all die pretty easily to an AoE burst. So if you were using something like Zolgoth, it'd be very, very slow for the later half. I mean, very quick for the later half, but very slow for the first half, I mean. A leech in your nose? I have no clue how that would even be possible. To, like, not notice that. Like, even a tapeworm, like, in your stomach. Like, you'll probably know within, like, a couple months. Like, you might not know initially. But you would eventually know. And something like that in your nose, you would know that within, like, an hour. Like, how would you not notice? Oh, why did I do that? I already had kill condition. Oh, gosh. And now you're gonna go get bug spray. Actually, where I used to live in New Jersey, one of the people who were, like, running the state, I'm not sure if it was mayor or something else, one of their parents or someone in their family, like, died to a mosquito bite. So they had a policy to make sure that it would, like, never happen again to anyone, where they would spray for mosquitoes, like, almost every week. Just to kill out the very high amount of mosquito population that was there at the time. And while it helped some, there were still, like, so many mosquitoes around. It's a very mosquito-dense area. But yeah, they would come around with, like, trucks that would spray, like, into the air every single week for it. But yeah, when I was in New Jersey, I've probably been bitten by mosquitoes like 50 times. Luckily, I've never gotten sick from it. But the population of them was really dense around the area. Like, where I currently live right now, mosquitoes are near non-existent year-round. Luckily. Because they are so annoying to deal with. Though I've never been stung by a bee or wasp yet. Though I have been bitten by several dozen mosquitoes. Sometimes even multiple at once. Because they come in hordes. Yeah, not all swamplands has mosquitoes. I know the swamplands near the area I used to live in New Jersey actually didn't have a mosquito population. Instead, it had something, I think, called a horsefly. Which is basically just a normal fly, but it bites you with, like, a really acidic bite that hurts so absurdly bad. It's not really, like, that bad for you, but they're literally, like, putting an acid on your body. Which, you know, is not good. Relatively speaking, it's not as... It's more painful than a mosquito bite, but it's less harmful than a mosquito bite, if that makes any sense. Like, the worst thing that can happen to you from that is less than the worst thing that can happen from a mosquito bite. However, it hurts, like, 10 times more than a mosquito bite. Because they're pretty much just, like, spitting acid on you. Because you're trying to, like, consume stuff off your skin. Or whatever they're doing. Because it's not like a normal fly. that kind of just like sucks that stuff. Like it literally almost like spits an acid and then like sucks at the acid and then the thing that it was trying to suck. It's very weird. But anyways, okay. So we did that. We did that. Why are we talking about insects this stream, by the way? How do we get to this conversation? I feel like we've been like the last 10 minutes. But anyways, let's go open some Volkies. Still trying to chip these all down before the Vault event in 14 days from now. And that's very doable. We'd have to open about 20 keys per day, which we've been opening way more than that. So I think we'll make our goal and finally hit 0 keys for the first time in several years. But let's keep going. I'll use Magnesia. I mean, no, not Magnesia, sorry. We'll use Pendragon, which I think might just be the official name for this now. I can't think of something better, so Pendragon works pretty good. Maybe the Pendrag. To fit the double penguin in there. Does Pendrag actually fit? I think it does if you abbreviate dragon as DRG. The Pendrag. Wait, we gotta try it. Let's see. Does that fit? Yeah, there's actually plenty of room. Let's see. Pendrag. Actually, we could do Pen drag. There we go. The Pendrag. Instead of Pendragon. The Pendrag. Oh no, they both work. I'm still not sure what to call this team. Probably change it like every week. Anyways, oh, what do we need here? Let's take that for now. Also, can we please get mana? Why is there no mana on this board? The Penpal Dragon. Oh yeah, it's all started with that fly that's in this room. I'm always concerned whenever I'm eating something and I know there's an insect in the room, like a flying insect. I'm always concerned when I don't see it anymore that I may have ate it. I know for sure I didn't, because it was still flying after I finished eating. But I always have in the back of my head, like, what if I ate the thing that's flying around? Because I always think that, like, if I'm eating and I don't see the insect for a couple hours and it never comes back again, like, did I eat it? Likely not, but, you know, you never know for sure. I don't think I've ever accidentally done that. Or ever done that. I don't know. If I have, it was definitely accidental, obviously. I definitely didn't eat it. It was still flying around after I finished eating. I know for sure that one wasn't eaten. But I cannot confirm I've never accidentally eaten one. I don't feel like I have, but there's no way you would really know. Unless you find the insect after the fact. Oh, did I look at the riddle? No, I did not look at the riddle. Ooh, a Silver Glory. I assumed most people would have solved it by the time I did. Because I'm pretty sure it's already been solved, like, almost right after the stream. I know because I ended up getting a redeem code sent to me. So someone who figured it out claimed it for us. Honestly, if there was any way we could make spiders useful, which I'm pretty sure there's no way you could physically do this, but if we could somehow train spiders to just kill any insects in a given room, like, spiders could be so useful. There's no way you could ever train a spider that well, though. Is there not really a creature that can think to that degree? But that would be, like, the most optimal spider. If you could just keep it in a cage, have it perfectly trained, let it out to kill every insect in a room, and then let it back in. That's physically impossible, but it would be such a great feature for spiders. And make things so much easier. And hey, the spiders would get 1 billion free meals. Because spiders are pretty inefficient at doing it. They're in for the long haul. When they set up a web, they're there for, like, forever. They don't just, like, seek out their target and then get it. Sometimes they do, depending on what they're hunting. But normally, they like, stake it out for days, weeks, potentially even months. Like, they're not in for the quick kill. They're just there to kind of chill for a while. Just hope things come around. Supplement, I'll go check it later then. Yeah, I didn't even bother clicking on it because I assumed by the time I did, by the end of stream, it would already probably been solved. Yeah, technically, there is some amount of insects in all the food we ever consume. There's one thing that's always in the back of my head whenever I'm drinking anything from a can. Like, what if something actually did get into it? Like, there aren't really clear cans in America. Like, you can't see what's inside of it. You can for bottles and stuff, obviously. But if you're drinking from a can, like, you don't know what's in there. And almost all food has some % of insects in it. As it is physically impossible to stop, like, all of it. And the regulation on that's probably pretty lax. Like, there's, like, a certain % that they can't go beyond. But I'm pretty sure that's not enforced that hard. Like, how would you enforce that? The % of insects that are in the food you produce. Like, there has to be almost no enforcement on that unless, like, some company goes up completely absurd with it. You need to brain bleach all of this. How many keys do we have left? We're probably going to be down to 250 tonight. Probably even go even further, because that's only 15 more keys. It's only been half an hour. Oh, we might need to start doing some Explore for once again. Gosh, when was the last time we've done Explore? It's been at least a couple weeks. We've just been throwing down Vault keys so often whenever we had spare time. Yeah, we haven't really been doing the Explore grind lately. I definitely need to. One thing that really reminded me of it was when I did the objective for the Kingdom event this week. I realized just how low we are on some of those other resources, like the other tokens. And yeah, we definitely need to get back on that grind at some point soon. But not before we've depleted out to 0 Vault keys again. Or I should say for the first time. I'm not sure the last time we've ever had 0. I'm not sure we ever had 0. Because ever since Vault keys existed, we always tried to keep like some amount of reserve of Vault keys. Like maybe on the very first day we consumed them all and everything. But pretty soon after, we always kept a reserve at least like 10 or a few dozen, eventually a few hundred, then eventually a few thousand. We always had like some amount of reserve. This would be the first time in like 4 or 5 years that ever hit 0. True 0. How does it feel to hoard Vault keys? I feel, or de-hoard? I don't know, it doesn't feel good. Though our stacks of loot are so absurd. Same would happen if we opened all of our gold keys and everything else. It's something you know about, like that we have a bunch of loot stacked there. But it's not something you fully comprehend until you start actually using all the loot. Like we knew we basically had over 100,000 gems, which of course we've been consuming a lot of it to get the double Diamantina. But like until you actually see it stack up from you constantly using it all, Like, it just starts to bring the number so high. Especially if we opened all of our gold keys. Like, we have probably over 10,000 gems there. Like, it is roughly 10,000 gems just sitting there. That, you know, doesn't get counted right there, but, you know, we do have it. We just don't have it in our bigger number yet. But it is there. Because, like, every single time you open some of these, you're just getting poured with gems. Like, right here, we should see, like, 3 gems. 7. Even more than that. Gosh, double that. But yeah, there's a lot of gems there. Just sitting there waiting to go into the stack. But you don't really see it. It's just sitting there. But, you know, after you use them all, it'll go there. And that's kind of what happened with our Vault keys. Like, for the longest time, we knew we had all that loot. But, you know, it wasn't in all of our piles. But now it is. Is it worth going to 0? You're almost at 500. A very long way from Vault event. The only reason I'm really going for 0 is I highly doubt next patch is reworking Vault keys. And even if it is, I have like 500 something epic Vault keys. And even if it is, we have a Vault event in 2 weeks, so there's far more then. I'm actually not too concerned this time around about getting them 0. Mostly because they technically did a Vault key buff a couple months ago. And it's very unlikely they're going to do another one so soon after. Even though it wasn't directly a Vault key buff, it primarily affected Vault keys. You know, the orb change that happened back in December. Like, that wasn't directly a Vault key buff, but it was the biggest beneficiary of the change, by far. Oh, we got it! Oh, we gotta hand out a code. Honestly, we gotta hand out an extra code. We haven't handed out the first code yet. Here you guys go. Oh, no wonder why. This other computer's being so slow. What is going on? Hold up. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to, how are we gonna do this? Okay, it might take a little while, but I will get you guys 2 codes. One right now, or as soon as the thing can go, and one whenever it finally functions again. Oh gosh, that was slow. I might just have to type it in on this computer. Okay, I need to go restart the other computer. Why is it so absurdly slow? I guess from when I made all the thumbnails earlier? Like, from this afternoon? I wouldn't think it would get that laggy from that short amount of time, but apparently it is. Yeah, the other computer doesn't like to be on for too long. Or at least not with Photoshop open anyways, which it still is open, which is probably the problem. Photoshop loves to lag the other computer. It still hasn't opened a notepad yet. That's how slow the other one's being right now. Oh, I forgot to add it to my pile. Yeah, we hit the loot. The loot we're looking for. The big old gold orb. Alright, why on earth is it taking so long? Come on, it didn't even lag when I was making the poll. Why is it lagging so much when I'm doing this? There it goes. Okay. Give it a moment. It just now opened a notepad with like a few lines of text. Not sure how that took so long. But there it goes. There's the first redeem code. Why would the second one a little bit? So I didn't even realize we didn't even hand out one yet. But there it goes. Go. Enjoy. And we'll have a second one a little bit later this stream. Yep, no problem. Hey, we have a new mythic coming out this Friday too. I almost forgot about that. Mostly because it's a really bad mythic. Also, gosh, we're doing so good on orbs. This is the first day in a while where we got all 3 orb types. We started with silver, then we just got gold, and now of course we literally just got bronze, which is a whole set of all 3. It feels like the night when it came out, because the night it came out, we got a set of 2 of all of them. We actually got perfect on like a perfect range of each. I think we were missing like a major forging, I believe, but everything else we got like exactly 2 of everything, including the super rare ones like pet orbs and stuff, major pets. We got really lucky. The problem with that, it was hard to tell what their actual drop rates were, because we got so lucky getting 2 of almost everything except major forging, which made it hard to tell exactly what the drop rates were. Like, obviously it was posted on the website as well as on the forum, but based on our data, it looked like they all had the same chance of dropping pretty much, except for forging that just refused to ever give us any. So now the forging number is way more in line where it should be. But it was really off the first night we ever farmed them. Like, it was off by a lot. But yeah, really good on orbs tonight. I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, we're already down below 250. Gosh, give it like another week. We're already going to hit 0. Because we're consuming way more than 20 per day. We'd be consuming almost like 40, 50, 60 per day. Especially on days like this when we don't have as many other events to do. Because obviously pet rescue takes like, what, 3 minutes? 4 minutes? 5 minutes? Oh, hello, Gimli. Welcome, welcome. For the low cost of 1,000 gems and 3 free tokens from Angels, you have your first full Nisha medal. Nice. You don't even have a full guard yet? That's funny. Wait, do they even drop guards? I don't think they do. What dragon would make the best pet? From what? Gems of War or in general? Like, it's from Gems of War. I'm actually not really sure. It would probably have to be one of the fairy ones from that one kingdom. They look pretty adorable and pet-like. Because the one I'm thinking of is, what's that one that has fairy fire? The exact one I'm thinking of is like glitter. No, not glitter claw. There it is. Like Tinseltail, something like that. I feel like would make for a good pet. Actually, this one probably more so. The Twinkleberry. It looks like it's made to be a pet. Even more so since some of the actual dragon pets in the game. Oh, what was I looking for? Back to here. Oh, you're talking about your new account. I was wondering what you meant by that, too. It didn't really hit me until you said that. It was like, wait, you have, like, infinite Nishas, but you were talking about your newer account. That makes sense. Yeah, Nishas are really hard to get when you first start off. But luckily, merchants make it quite a bit easier, though it does cause a bit of a gem sink. But it is more accessible than ever to finally get your first 3 Nisha medals. Not tokens, but specifically the full medals. Because back in the day, it used to be pure RNG. Now you can bypass it if you just have a couple thousand gems. Or technically several, because it's what? It's 1,500 per. So you need 4,500 if you just directly wanted 3. Which is a lot of gems, particularly early on in the game. But compared to the alternative, it's actually not that bad. Like, 3 Nisha medals can take a long time to farm manually. Way longer than the amount of gems. Like, it takes longer to farm the Nishas than it does to farm the gems. So if you just get lucky and keep finding the merchant having that offer, and happen to have the gems at the time, it actually works out pretty well when you're progressing through the game. Because your first 2 to 3 Nishas mean a lot. Every Nisha beyond there aren't as important, though they're still useful. But the first 2 to 3 are really good. Because 2 allows you to run 20% into 8 magic. And of course 3 allows the good old 12 magic build. Which I don't feel like is used as much, but you know, it's still situationally used depending on team composition. Okay, I need to just pay attention to what that number is at every single fight. Really annoying when he lives. Now we have to deal with this. Come on, random skull. No, we didn't get it. Unfortunate. Luckily we have enough damage. Who likes tacos? I like tacos. Ooh, Major Orb of Forging. Gosh, we're going to get all the good orbs tonight. We're setting a bit of everything. Now, if we could just get Major Pet, I think we would have hit, like, every good orb in existence tonight. If we could get the Minor Pet one. Because we already got the... Oh, no, sorry. We need Major Pet one. Because we already got the Minor Pet. Yeah, if we get a Major Pet orb tonight, we've gotten basically one of every super high-value orb tonight. Not counting Power. Power doesn't count. Power is not a good orb. Hello, Shelly. Welcome, welcome. Honestly, I need to go do Taco Tuesdays again. That's not something I normally do. It's been a while since I had tacos. I think I had Taco Bell like 2 weeks ago. But prior to that, I think that might have been the only time I had tacos all year so far. It was like 2 weeks ago for Taco Bell. So that's another glory medal. Yeah, it was kind of annoying in New Jersey because at the time there was no taco place nearby. There was only one and they were too expensive and they were kind of meh. And there was like a Mexican place that did it, but you know, they were like super traditional tacos. It wasn't quite the same. Like obviously if you like really traditional ones, they're kind of good. But I'm not sure how to describe it. Like they were really good. It's just not exactly what you would think of when going for a taco. Like they were like as traditional of a taco as you can get. But they were like more of the healthy variants. If that's like possible to explain it as. Because the unhealthy ones are way better. Because they ended up using like fine chopped chicken and stuff like that, a bunch of vegetables, and you know, like really high quality tacos. And they were good. But you know, they didn't have like the junkiness of a standard taco. It's one of those situations where they were almost too healthy. Like obviously that's still a good thing. But if you're looking for a taco, you're not necessarily looking out for your health. You're more so just looking for the flavor. Not that they didn't have flavor, but I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's one of those things that if you're craving like a certain thing, that a specific variant of it just doesn't do. It's kind of like a burger. Like if you ever had a burger taste, like not every burger is equal. And it's kind of like that. Or it was still a really high quality taco. But it wasn't necessarily what you were looking for in a taco at a given moment in time. It's actually kind of funny because they shifted a Taco Bell into that area. Something that didn't exist there for like 15 years straight. And that Taco Bell has gotten so much business. Like an absurd amount of business. Like way too much business. Like when I went there, the last time I was there, like the line wrapped around the Taco Bell. It was so busy. And that was like after a year after it was built. It was still getting that much business. Because the area was basically like non-existent for taco places. Oh yeah, remember when I got into a big burrito, breakfast burrito kick like a year and a half ago? I still have some of those left. And because they have so much preservatives, they're still good, by the way. I've been chipping at them like once every like a couple months. Very slowly. Yeah, I ended up getting like multiple bags of like dozens of them. And I've gone through all of them except one last bag. And that one last bag has lasted longer than like every other bag I got prior. It's because I haven't been eating them much lately. I got like really in a breakfast burrito mood. And then like never again. I got such a craving for it for a couple months and then I don't know, then I didn't. I was interested in it and then I don't know, I just didn't want breakfast burritos anymore. I think I just burnt myself out on them from eating them so much for a short duration of time. Like I got way too into them to the point where I didn't like them anymore. Not that I hate them, but you know, they're still good. But not quite the same. I think I overkilled it too much for a couple months there. Oh yeah, strawberry Starbursts are amazing. They're like the only flavor of Starburst. Every other flavor is just weird flavors of not strawberry. The flavors of Starburst are strawberries and not strawberries. Those are the only two flavors they currently have. I'm not sure what they put in that strawberry Starburst. But whatever it is, why are they not doing it to their entire product? I honestly think it's a sales ploy just to make you buy more. Because why would they make the strawberry so good and every other flavor so average? Like, the other flavors, like, aren't bad. But relative to how good strawberry is, why on earth would you not just make all of them strawberry? Yeah, cherry starbursts aren't bad, but they're not strawberry. When you feel a crunch in your burrito and you ask yourself if it's supposed to be crunchy. Yeah, there's always an awkward feeling. Oh, do you mean that strawberry starburst drink? Is that what you meant by that? Hey, I think Taco Bell has that as well. I generally don't get drinks when I go out to places. And this year I've been trying not to do any soda. As well as anything like too sugary of a drink. Even though I've still been drinking like sugary teas, but I can't give up sugary teas. One step at a time. I have stayed away from most sugary drinks and all sodas this year. My only exception has been somewhat sugary teas on occasion. I also had a Frosty earlier this year, but that's more of a ice cream than a drink. Like, a Frosty isn't a drink. Like, who uses a straw in a Frosty? At least not for the initial part. Like, it's physically impossible to use a straw for the first, like, 10 minutes of a Frosty. It's definitely an ice cream. You have to try harder. I don't know, you can suck at like full power and you're barely gonna get anything. Unless it's been sitting around in like a long car ride or a warm area or something. Let's go open 11 more before we consume all of our Volkeys tonight. Honestly, we're going to be done by this weekend as far as our Volkey stack at this rate. No, maybe not. We're going to spend a lot of time this weekend doing the faction event. Because we are going... Oh, no, we aren't. Hold up. Well, we are and we aren't. It's a deep delve, so I don't have to do pure faction. I'll probably still do the standard amount of battles, but we don't have to do a pure faction for it. Because it's not a new faction, it's just a deep delve of Dark Pits. We do have a new mythic, though, to mess around with, and by that I mean ignore it forever because it's so bad. I hope they rework it before it gets released, because it is horrifically bad. As long as you're not dipping fries into the Frosty. I don't think I've ever done that before. I have heard from some people on stream that it's good, though. Including Shelly, right there. I've never actually tried it, though. Mostly because Wendy's fries aren't really that good. Like, I do generally get fries from them, but that's simply because I need to, like, fill out the order with something that isn't just, like, a burger or something with a Frosty. So I'm like, oh, I'll go for Baconator fries or something, or just Trees fries. Because I'm not sure it's always on their menu, but you actually can get cheese fries from them. Even though they normally just have, like, fries and Baconator fries, you can just ask for cheese fries. I think it's slightly cheaper than the Baconator fries, and they just put cheese on it instead of the bacon bits. Because their bacon bits are kind of meh. Similar to their fries, similar to their almost everything. I don't know, Wendy's isn't a weird middle ground as far as, like, burger joints. Like, they have a lot of items that are really good, but they also have a lot of items that are really bad. And honestly, even though I almost always get their fries are honestly in that category. It's more so, they really lack good sides, I think is the biggest issue with Wendy's. A lot of their primary products are actually pretty good. But like every side they have are very mediocre, for the most part. But the main exception being like Frosty's itself. Who loves pizza? Everyone loves pizza. Though I do have to say, ever since I went back to New Jersey the other year, pizza doesn't taste the same anymore. Like, anytime I get reminded of what good pizza tastes like, it taints my taste for, like, every other pizza, and reminds me how bad pizza is in this area. Which is really disappointing. Because every time I eat pizza from somewhere that's good, it reminds me that every place near me has awful pizza. Like, some of the worst I've ever eaten. But when you're eating it, like, you know, somewhat regularly, not having, like, good pizza, you start to think the pizza you're eating is good, until you actually try good pizza, and then you realize, oh, my whole life's a lie. Like, luckily I already came from the perspective of knowing what good pizza is. But if you ever have good pizza, you can't go back. Like, it'll change you forever. And it taints, like, every other pizza that isn't good. Not because they're necessarily bad, but just because they're worse than what they could be. You're in the minority, you don't like pizza. I mainly don't like pizzas that are too tomato saucy. Because I don't like anything too tomatoey. And some pizzas are like that. Also, whatever Chicago calls pizza, I do not like. Whatever on earth that brick is, that is, like, thick on dough and also very tomatoey. I'm not sure what it is, but it is not pizza. It has the term pizza, but it really shouldn't. I'm not sure what it is, but it is not pizza. Let's see. Let me go update the number. That was an ingot. And there we go, our total numbers. I think we might edit there, though. Are there still $1 slice pizzas in New York? Because I know the place I used to get $1 slices from in New Jersey that had some pretty decent pizza. Not, like, outstandingly good, but, you know, above average. As a family-owned joint. But they actually had to raise to $1.25 after a little while. Because inflation was hitting enough that they couldn't really do the dollar pizza anymore. Are there actually still places to this day in New York that do the $1 slice? Yeah, that's pretty insane if so. Because I know a lot of places in New Jersey were starting to up them to like $1.25, $1.50. Some even $2, which is kind of crazy to think of. They're getting really expensive. But anyways, guys, I think I'll end it here for now. If you haven't already, obviously, don't forget to go get the pet. Very important. It is cosmetic, however, it could be a year or years before it comes back. And even when it does come back, if it does come back next year, it might be money locked. So definitely make sure to get it now, or you can get it for free. And yeah, we already maxed it apparently. As actually the vote's still going. Oh wait, I never handed out the second code. Let me go do that. Wait, before I go, for everyone who stayed the whole time, we have one more code to hand out. It might take me a minute because this computer is being so absurdly slow, the other one right now. However, I will go hand out a second code within the next minute or two that it decides to do so. One moment. Oh gosh, this is gonna take forever. I don't understand how it's taking it so long to load a notepad with like 30 lines of text, with each line being as short as this code. But here you guys go. I definitely need to restart it like the second the stream ends. Maybe we just keep it shut down until tomorrow night. We're probably not going to need it at any point between now and tomorrow, the side computer. But here you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code you found for your settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste random numbers in the letter, start with 6Y. Definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. And I will catch you guys later. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the holidays. And yeah, have a wonderful week. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.